It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. He had a busy week last week, finishing with over 170 yards. It's the Bengals and the Saints on Sunday.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Richardson working from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to the air with Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. A check down here for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1, got to be in sync. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit, and once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They begin with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Richardson. And his pass incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. After the interception, here's Wilson. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Jacobs is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jake Ferguson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage on the play back at his own 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 32-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Now he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st down, Wilson.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Now Richardson.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. Fairbairn able to put this one through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Henry running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson sliding out of the pocket. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. And Richardson back to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. Here's Richardson to throw. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Mac Jones, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Russell Wilson 77 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Richardson now on second down. And Thomas has it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Over the middle, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a second and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Off play action, Richardson. Able to avoid him at the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Richardson working from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and goal at the 6-yard
Richardson.
line.
Travis Kelce from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are back within a couple of the lead.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, here's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his... And I think the ball's out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And goal at the Saints 4-yard line.
Henry. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
They'll run. It's Henry. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
2nd down, here's Richardson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Keeps himself upright. Evades him at the 10. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown.
Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. There he goes, right side. Josh Downs, 75 yards. And the Saints have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Downs going in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
taken down back at the 42.
To throw is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now Wilson. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38. Well shy of the first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Saints.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
49 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Carter
able to record his 5th sack of the season. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to swell the lead to 6.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Henry up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Here's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Now it's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And some space here.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Richardson now throwing on 1st down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. He gets it to Thomas. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2nd and 20.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again, it's Jacobs. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
That's pulled in at the 32. So now the Bengals down 27-24, a minute 39 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's Richardson.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Richardson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Richardson to throw it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Here's Wilson.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now Wilson on first down.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while. That's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for